And cheers to Bitcoin all-time highs.
I know, crazy.
Yeah.
Japan was still sleeping when Bitcoin was hitting all-time high. So,
like last night or when?
Last night.
Okay.
Wait, last night Japan was awake. I was asleep. I'm getting confused by my time zones.
So we were asleep. And yeah, I remember waking up and saying 123,000 sounds like a new all-time high.
Yeah.
But I was half asleep. So we were asleep. Japan
was widely awake.
Do you think of it as Japan as ahead of us or behind us?
Oh my gosh. Is this a trick question?
Just time zone wise.
Time zone wise,
I always think of Yeah. Like Hawaii's behind us.
Yeah.
Europe and Asia is ahead of us by 11 or 12 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I butchering this?
12 hours, I think. Because, Japan is ahead 12 hours, I think.
Okay. And usually we start with like your childhood and your deepest fears, but I want to start with where you're moving in a month or two. Where are you moving?
Oh my gosh. So I'm moving back to Tokyo, which I'm really, really excited for. And it is all for Metaplanet.
Very fun. So you'll be in the office a lot of the time?
Yeah.
Doing selfies with Sophia?
Exactly.
Or is it Sophie?
It's Sophia.
Sophia.
She's like my best gal. Like we're two peas in a pod, which is crazy. Metaplanet kind of brought us together, but...
And now you're BFFs?
We're BFFs.
What's better than that?
I know. I was so happy to find an fellow employee or colleague that, we can be so close to. But I think, of course, Metaplanet... the lure of the company was there, but what really got me interested in the company was how elite everyone was. And when I met the whole team initially, the day after I first met Dylan and Simon, or Simon and Dylan.
Dynamic duo.
I know, dynamic duo. They're two peas in a pod.
Okay.
I was like, wow, these are the people that I really want to work with. They're smart, they're charming and kind and everything. And you just knew instantly that, okay, this is it. So I felt like I was very lucky to be there.
Elite as in smarts?
Yeah.
Like, not like SEAL Team 6, although I'm sure, right, they take care of business.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure about our physical capabilities, to be honest, but we have the brains.
Yeah. And then with the power of memes, we can all be superheroes.
Definitely. Yeah. And the AI power these days, you see the drawings of or short movies of Simon and Dylan going around all the time, and they're like in their ninja or like rocket ships and so on. Like anything's possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting. I feel like it's not too far away from there being Juri playing cards and short movies.
Oh gosh.
But it's so fun. Like when I see a meme of myself with like all orange and an orange top hat and a cane, like, I don't know, it's very fun to like... It makes Bitcoin fun. I was going to say fun again, but like it's always been fun.
No, for sure.
But even, like all these treasury companies, I feel like it makes it like there's more to talk about. It's like in addition to like self-sovereign money.
Yeah.
It's like life isn't always fun, but this makes Bitcoin fun.
Yeah, pop culture for sure is very integrated into the whole industry. And I think the unique position that Bitcoin treasuries have is that like a lot of the companies are public, but also you play around or not play around. I might get in trouble for saying that, but Bitcoin being this whole, pop culture and also, sovereign money, of course, but we're in this digital space where things are always constantly moving. And the way we get attention is through, sometimes memes and music made by shareholders and so on. And being able to interact with that kind of content and through with the audience is, I think, nothing like we've ever seen before.
Yeah. I was on a call this morning about a conference I'm hosting in September. And I didn't do my research beforehand, which was okay. But I get on the call and the person, it's an individual investor. They're outside the US.
Mm-hmm.
They were so appreciative of like all the education from everyone,
Mm-hmm.
from the guys at True North, from everyone that's contributing to kind of like open sourcing the research and having the conversations, that he said when one of the True North guys was up on stage in Orlando and he said, for the next 2 days,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to feel like you're crazy. He said it was something like that.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's what he remembered, because he was just like, I'm home. I'm around my people. And like, most of the time I forget that I'm 43 years old, but it's, I'm, you know, so like, like zoom out and I'm like, I'm a grown man having a conversation with another, you know, he's probably my age, maybe a little bit older, right?
Yeah.
We're all young at heart, but like that community aspect, can you just talk about that a little bit? Because it's like, it's something that, for better or worse, I pretty consistently find myself getting emotional about, because it's like I don't know. I'm trying to be more purposeful in my tweets, like
Mm-hmm.
like about the connection and the conviction in the community. Like
Yeah.
I don't. It's not just like empty words.
Yeah.
Like I don't mean it that way. I mean it's like that's what people really crave, and it's a very human thing. And I think it's really important.
Yeah, I think it's super multifaceted. Bitcoin is one of the only places where your skin color doesn't matter, your nationality, doesn't matter, your education background doesn't matter. Like there's no discrimination of where you come from, and everyone is united under this big idea called Bitcoin, and people are so excited about that. So I think that's why there's such a huge community. They're strong and purposeful, and they all want something for the better of the future, right? So I think that's why the community is really strong. And oftentimes, like, I think it started as like the, you know, rebel of the society, and people kind of having that same type of, how would you call it, like an idea or like, you know, thought towards society and coming together physically. I think that's what people gets excited, and that's why you see like places like Bitcoin conference and all the other Bitcoin related conference being rowdy is not the right word, but full of excitement, right?
Very a lot of enthusiasm.
That's
passion.
the word. Yeah.
People just excited to be there with everyone else.
Yeah. My lack of terminology here is because I haven't had enough caffeine today.
well, just cheers again to our Diet Coke Club or whatever we're calling this. So you've been in New York for less than a year? About a year?
About a year now. Yeah.
And before that, you were in LA?
I was in LA. I basically was in, oh my gosh. I did a lot of back and forth between Japan and US essentially. And almost 3 years ago now, I returned back to the US, pursuing entertainment and the fashion world. And then due to fashion related work at the beginning of the year, this year, I, went to Japan for work, and that's when I met Simon and Dylan through a mutual friend. And then the rest is history.
So you kind of can't even script it. It's just like meeting someone through a friend. Literally.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Like it's not like a figure of speech.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. It was quite literal. My friend who I met through the entertainment industry was one day, or we went out for a nice wine night, girls' wine night out. And she was like, oh, my friend started this Bitcoin company. I'm not too sure what it is. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, this sounds really interesting. Tell me more. And she was like, yeah, I'll see what my friend is up to, and maybe you guys can meet directly. and he wants to find someone that could be maybe a spokesperson or someone that can engage their shareholders. And I really didn't know what I was getting myself into, obviously, but I thought it sounded all really interesting. And I think I met Simon probably like not even a week after my friend mentioned it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was in
Tokyo.
In Tokyo.
Yeah,
Okay.
at a little cafe. And we just had some nice banana bread and black coffee, obviously.
It sounds delicious.
So good. And the following day, I went to go meet the rest of the team. And
Really?
that was it. Yeah.
He was just like, come meet the team, and you just like strolled into the office?
Basically.
You're like,
that's
hi,
what happened.
I'm here. My name's Juri, and I'm at the office.
I mean, I was so out of place, or dressed so out of place, because I was there for Fashion Week.
Okay.
And I was dressed like Fashion Week.
What does this mean? Like bejeweled or what?
Bejeweled, literally.
Oh,
like
really?
I was wearing like big hoop earrings and
Okay.
like my fake eyelashes. And you don't really do that in at least Japanese professional capacity. But
Okay.
I thought it was literally like a casual meet. And then it wasn't really casual.
Okay. They like immediately took you into the conference room or what?
Basically, that's what happened.
We did not discuss this beforehand.
No.
I'm just guessing.
Yeah, no, that's what happened.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, but I felt like, okay, wow, these people are amazing, and I want to work with them if possible. And I didn't really know if, an offer was out there, but I basically said to Simon, I love you guys. Okay, maybe not I love you, but
yeah. Not on the second
not
meeting.
on the second meet. We still had to have some dinners
Yeah.
and
Yeah. But
few meetings. But yeah, I instantly felt really connected to the team. And of course, I loved, Simon's thought behind starting this whole Bitcoin Treasury. And of course, how Dylan is involved in it as well. And then Yoshimi, I thought she was I don't know if you can beep this, but a badass lady that I really wanted to follow.
There's no way we're beeping that.
I was like, wow, these are people who I want to look up to and who I want my kids to look up to if that ever happens. So yeah, I was like, take me in.
Did you meet Sophia the first time at the office?
No, I didn't. I only met her when I basically went back to Japan for onboarding.
Okay.
And then
they don't do virtual onboarding over there?
We do. But most of the people are in office, obviously.
Sure.
And yeah, now I'll be going back in office in the field with our people. So
how many people are kind of in the office there? It's not like hundreds of people.
No, It's a really small but mighty team. When I joined, I was like the 10th employee in the office.
Okay.
It was about like 22 in total, including the hotel.
Okay.
I believe I need to double check the numbers, but
that includes the hotel employees.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is for a $7 billion market cap company, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Market cap per employee.
Yeah.
That'll be one of the new metrics people are going to be, just like tweeting about every day.
Yeah. Now we're up to 15, I believe. So we're growing slowly, but I think
15 employees or $15 billion market cap? Or maybe both, right? With all the numerology going on at Metaplanet, it would not shock me.
That's a good point.
Maybe try to keep those aligned in the background.
So yeah, that's it's still a small company.
Yeah.
Nevertheless.
We can hire one person per $1 billion in market cap that we go up.
Exactly.
Yeah, if needed.
Yeah. But I think everyone's been, super busy, but doing exceptionally well at their job. And I'm just like trying to capture everything that's going around.
What's it? It's like, okay, so like the community engagement, you're here in New York. Is there a bit of a disconnect that might be corrected when you're in Tokyo time wise? Like or is it doesn't really matter? Like, are there like a bunch of Americans tweeting about Megaplanet?
Yeah.
Meta, not mega. Although sometimes
it is mega though.
Yeah, it's Megaplanet. Some people really, on individual calls I have, they refer to it as Meta, which I think is a little confusing
because of Meta,
of like Facebook.
Yeah.
But like I know what they mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Of course, there's people globally talking about Metaplanet, but is there any advantage to one place versus another place with how you're interacting with people online maybe? I
mean, I can definitely speak to my experience as community engagement in terms of, the not so much the disconnect, but essentially after I joined, I think, not that there's a correlation.
None whatsoever. Not financial advice.
No. But, Japan, we just blew up globally. And initially, my focus was just the Japanese market, but now it has become like the global market, the global shareholders. And I think Japan seeing what's up in US or Europe gets them really, really excited. And I think vice versa as well. I saw that especially at the Bitcoin conference in Vegas this year. So right now, I think it's an advantage that I'm here, or I try to use it as an advantage. And, I think whether we like it or not, US does lead in terms of Bitcoin, whether it be like the conversation that we're having, the movement. So seeing that, I think Japan really, looks up to and also follows. Yeah. So I think it's an advantage right now, but at the end, we're a Japanese company who really value our Japanese shareholders and of course our global shareholders, but trying to get back in there and engage our Japanese community.
What has the experience been like compared to maybe what your expectation was, or even just, right, sometimes not having an expectation and just like you don't even have time to think about it, or you don't with all like meeting the community, being at the conferences or anything else that any other touch points?
I mean, I think I had no expectations, but it was definitely wild.
What are all the funny stories or crazy stories or uplifting stories?
I don't know if it's necessarily funny or anything like that, but I think it's crazy in a good way how passionate people are about this company. To your point earlier, I think there are so many enthusiastic members of Bitcoin community in general. And what really excites me is to see how excited our shareholders are about the future. And this is another thing that really enticed me to join Metaplanet, was what Simon said about let's make Japan excited about the future again, because for such a long time we've been at a plateau. And I feel that sometimes, going on the train and, just living day to day there, and to be a part of a movement to change that is really special. And yeah, I just love seeing how excited people are.
Can you talk more about Japanese culture, the day-to-day? I've never been to Tokyo. I want to come to Tokyo. I'm going to come to Tokyo.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's probably the place where you could see the whole like 9 to 5 grind. People are very passionate about, I don't know if passionate is the right word, but they're definitely in that cycle of 9 to 5 more than the US is, I think. And that's one thing. So it's either work or nothing for a lot of people. And there's not much freedom beyond that, I would say. And I think a lot of people have started getting tired of that. And I mean, I don't know if I can even say this publicly, but like I think my personal perspective is that we've just been a little sad as a country because we haven't been growing, and a lot of people don't really see what the point is about the future because we're just stuck in this like 9-to-5 system. And in an amazing way, we have this term called heiwaboke, which means we're kind of everything works in our country. So we're kind of dumbed down by it. Like we're not there to challenge anything. So I think a lot of people are unhappy, but also not challenging anything because what's there to fix if it's not broken?
So does it roughly translate to everything works, which might in the United States be the equivalent of saying like it is what it is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that, or is it, or no?
For sure.
Okay.
We love the phrase "shoganai," which means it is what it is. Like,
okay.
What are you going to do about it?
That's a popular one.
Yeah, it's very popular.
Okay.
So we don't really. I mean, I'm definitely generalizing here, but I think we need more of that challenge, and I think that's what Metaplanet is showing. Part of like breaking through and challenging everything that's been the same for decades and decades now.
At the risk of going from the dark to the light,
yeah,
can you talk about the Metaplanet shareholder meeting, the most recent one, or even like a year ago?
Yeah,
I mean, you can see the pictures. There were, I don't know the numbers, 15 people in the room.
Yeah, definitely less than 20.
Okay,
including the employees. So, got
it. Not dissimilar to what Michael Saylor said from people on conference calls a few decades ago.
Yeah.
I mean, similar numbers to now. A full room, and then like just insanely long lines of people waiting to get their pictures with Dylan and Simon.
Yeah. I think the total number was 1,500 in the last shareholders meeting. And then there were like spilling out of the room because they couldn't get seated.
Okay.
And I mean, hopefully we'll get more. And I think, so I actually had a conversation with Simon about joining right before the shareholders meeting. And unfortunately, I couldn't attend the shareholders meeting to see what it's about. But I think if I had seen that, that would have been like a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But I really went into it thinking, okay, like, this is just another Bitcoin company.
False.
False. Very false. Very false. But, we're really working as a company to give the best shareholder experience as possible. So we're really excited to welcome people to, not only to the meeting, but for a lot of the non-Japanese shareholders to welcome them to Japan. And of course, for our Japanese shareholders to be even more excited about the company.
It's such an interesting, maybe unique dynamic to have a global asset in Bitcoin, but then this rooting in Japan, and for you to realize that, for what you just said, like some of these shareholders, you're literally welcoming them to the country.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild and like pretty cool.
It is. It really is.
You're like, wait a second. That's an interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
That you don't see in corporate America.
Yeah.
Like necessarily all the time.
I mean, would you, if you were a shareholder of Toyota, would you like fly to, Japan to go to their shareholders meeting?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's really crazy to see I guess I don't even know, because I just went into this whole career path without having zero clue about what it would actually be like. So everything is crazy to me. Like every day is a surprise. But it's a good surprise. And I love that the global community, even, it's getting pretty popular in the German OTC as well. So seeing that, like at the Bitcoin conference, we actually had some people from Germany fly in and attend the meetup. the Metaplanet Discord meetup. So that was really cool to see. And it was unexpected for our entire team as well. And that gets excited. So we do our jobs better and hopefully it catapults.
Yeah, there's something about enthusiasm being contagious. And like, to your point, you can kind of tell when no one in a room is at all enthused, right?
Yeah.
You're just like, next room.
Yeah, definitely.
Bitcoin custody is evolving, and OnRamp leads this change with multi-institution custody, eliminating single points of failure. Instead of one institution or complex private keys, OnRamp secures your Bitcoin in a segregated, cold storage, multi-sig vault backed by 3 independent, institutional-grade custodians. No single custodian can move funds by themselves, providing an unprecedented level of security that traditional custody solutions simply can't match. Protected by a $100 million Lloyd's of London insurance policy, all transactions are fully auditable on-chain, never rehypothecated, and executed only at your explicit direction. This means complete transparency and control over your assets at all times. Beyond custody, OnRamp delivers comprehensive Bitcoin financial services, including lending, trading, inheritance planning, IRAs, and more. OnRamp functions as your private banking partner, coordinating key holder activity, removing technical burdens, and providing a personalized, trust-minimized experience tailored to your specific wealth preservation goals. Whether you're new to Bitcoin or an experienced holder, OnRamp's approach helps secure generational wealth with unmatched security and peace of mind. Visit onrampbitcoin.com today to learn more, sign up, or book a free consultation with their team of Bitcoin custody experts. Hey guys, today's episode is brought to you by Stampseed. If you're in cold storage, you know how important it is to protect your seed phrase. That's why I recommend you head over to stampseed.com and check it out for yourself. This seed phrase storage device is one solid piece of titanium. There are no loose pieces, and you can hammer your seed phrase in letter by letter. When you go to stampseed.com, use promo code TIM15 for a 15% discount across the website. That's TIM15. Join us at The Win in Las Vegas, February 23rd through the 26th, 2026, for Bitcoin for Corporations. Use code KOTZ when you grab your tickets at strategy.com, and we'll see you there. Can you tell us a little bit about your background? I don't want to put you on the spot about, some of your major accomplishments, but I'm sure people would love to hear a little bit about, growing up, where you did, and then moving, and to walk us through that to the extent
oh my Lord,
you're comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, I was born and raised in Japan, so obviously Japan is my home, and I came to the United States when I was about 12 and did middle school, high school, university here, and went back to Japan, worked, and that's when I was in tech a little bit, and then I went into entertainment, and then I came back to the US, and then to our earlier story of spending about 3 years here before visiting Japan for Fashion Week, and then Metaplanet.
That's very succinct.
A little boring summary, maybe.
Tell us about LA.
Yeah.
I've driven around LA.
Yeah.
I've never been to LA. What's the culture? What are some of your takeaways, or what was your experience there?
LA is huge. I mean, oh my gosh, the US is huge. Every time I fly from LA to New York or vice versa, I forget that it's like 6-hour flight. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I think with a 6-hour flight, you can do Japan up and down already, probably. But yeah, I think LA is very sunny, as you can imagine. And it is always going to be my second home growing up there and doing middle school, high school, university there. I got really connected to my Korean culture, Korean side there, because there's a huge Korean population. So that was another great experience for me in that sense. Being there and not only getting exposed to the American culture, but reconnecting with my Korean side as well.
Do you think the pop culture, what you see on some of these shows about selling sunset and Hollywood and all of this, like is that LA, or is there, or is there, or is it not that at all, or the like it's so like it's both, like right, you have the day to day, but you also have some of the glam, or like what's the reality?
Yeah, I love that you know the show by name.
Selling Sunset. I've watched a few episodes.
No lie,
right?
No lie.
I mean, people are going to take a lot out of this conversation because they're just, I didn't know Tim watched Netflix. Yeah. Spoiler alert. Only a few episodes.
Only a few.
Many years ago.
Well, this is still several hours.
Yeah. Yikes.
But I think a lot of it is true. And a lot of it is, it really depends on the area that you're in. Like same as New York, right? Like different areas have their different personalities. And me being in entertainment in LA, I definitely did see a lot of that side as well. But it's not all, what you see on TV, obviously.
All red carpets all the time?
I did go to a lot, and it's crazy how there's not as much, it's more quiet glam in New York, I feel like. Oh gosh, I hope I don't get in trouble by the Angelinos.
I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, but yeah, I think you can't always believe what you see on media and on TV, although it gives us a lot of entertainment.
What do you think these Bitcoin Treasury companies are missing from the media side? I hear a lot of conversations where people are scrambling to try to find a communications person or a capital markets person, or they're, kind of, you see this iteration with some of these executives where it looks like they're in like a basement, and then they have like an old couch in the background, then they have an orange couch in the background, then they have a professional studio. I'm embellishing a little bit, but like you see this iteration of kind of all of this because it's brand new.
Yeah.
But like from the media side, or like if you want to use the word like storytelling, like what do you see and where do you think it could all go? Because it's, if 40% of your shareholders are retail, just like a random guess, but I have heard people mention that. Like how, like I was gonna say how important it seems like it's pretty important.
Yeah. I think that is one of the big questions I have for myself as a community engagement manager as well. Like, how do you hit the audience that's not already in Bitcoin? Because people who are already in Bitcoin, they know about the treasuries, right? But how do you pull the other people in? I think as a, novice in the industry or in the topic, I do think that Bitcoin, people already in the Bitcoin space sometimes have tunnel vision. And I think that's okay because people are very passionate about it. And obviously people spend for the better many, many hours to gain knowledge about it. But sometimes you easily lose the vision of what's going on the outside. And, I think the reality is that most people don't really know about Bitcoin, right? They hear about it, but there's a lot of confusion with like crypto and Bitcoin, or like a lot of, when I did street interviews, and people, when I asked, what do you think about Bitcoin? People immediately say crypto bros, right? So there's all this like misconception out there that we don't really try to tackle maybe, or have enough content that would engage people who are not already in the industry.
Yeah. It seems like a pretty layered topic or question, because in the same way that Bitcoin is so many different things to so many different people, like it's like decentralized technology and decentralized community. So even if you have like a group over here saying like Bitcoin is so amazing and it's totally different from crypto, then like you could have someone else over here that loves Bitcoin, but they're like, you know, filming videos of them in their like Lamborghini and like, I don't know, like, right, everyone should do what they want to do, but it's like, then you get back to the crypto bro narrative. So it's like, there's so like messaging and narrative and it's like kind of wild to even just try to think through it.
Yeah. I mean, because Bitcoin is for everyone, right? But let's say, you know, your iPhone or your Samsung, whatever you use, they have like a particular audience that they're trying to target. So their messaging is a lot easier than Bitcoin.
Than everyone?
Than everyone, right? Like, I think if you do like a basic marketing one-on-one course, the first thing they tell you is like, find your niche, find your audience. Like the narrower you get, the easier the marketing becomes. But with Bitcoin,
it's like global money.
Like, what the heck?
Yeah, how do you message that?
Exactly. So, I mean, I think there is a benefit definitely for, you know, the crypto bros doing their thing, or like, of course, the Bitcoin Treasury is doing their thing. Like, if everyone plays a part in spreading the word, then more people would understand Bitcoin. But yeah, it is a hard, layered topic.
This episode is brought to you by Arch Lending, the premier provider of crypto-backed loans designed for both individual and institutional investors. At Arch, your digital assets work for you without selling them. Arch offers flexible loan options tailored to your needs. Backed by industry leaders like Morgan Creek Digital, Castle Island Ventures, and Galaxy Ventures, Arch Lending is setting a new standard in crypto-backed lending. Are you ready to unlock the potential of your crypto assets? Visit archlending.com to learn more and configure your loan today. Are you looking for comprehensive analytics on corporate Bitcoin adoption? Strategy Tracker delivers real-time insights into how companies are executing their Bitcoin strategies completely free. Monitor NAV premiums, cost basis performance, and track how corporate Bitcoin treasuries perform against the market. Upgrade to premium for just $3.99 a month and unlock exclusive benefits like detailed market rankings, real-time trading volume analysis, and advanced performance metrics for corporations embracing Bitcoin. Apply code KOTZ at checkout for 100% off your first month of premium. Strategy Tracker is your essential tool for measuring the effectiveness of corporate Bitcoin strategies. Visit strategytracker.com and gain the analytical edge in understanding the Bitcoin Treasury phenomenon. So, can you tell us the inspiration behind your outfit today?
Oh my gosh. Actually, this is the suit I wore to my first meet with the Metaplanet team. So,
really?
Yeah, I kind of had that in mind.
I love that.
But yeah, I know green is not our favorite color in the industry, so next time I'll wear a orange suit.
Okay.
But yeah, I just look good in it.
The green looks great.
Yeah.
I was just curious if there was a story, and voila, there was.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, can you imagine me coming into like a corporate office wearing feather, sleeves, and I was wearing like blinged out jewelry. It wasn't just like the ring I have. It was my earrings were huge and shiny, and I had all these studs.
Okay, now we're getting to the real story, because the first time you just said you had hoop earrings in, and I thought, you have hoop earrings in right now.
But it's like
dainty,
Oh,
those are dainty. Okay,
yeah.
Got it. Okay.
They were like huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it had pearls, and I had all these like stud going on.
And everyone just acted normal?
Yeah.
And very nice.
And, and especially going into, I don't know what I was thinking, but,
and fake
fake eyelashes.
Eyelashes,
Yeah.
that's the word, yeah.
Yeah. I know you don't wear them, so
I don't
you
talk
know.
about eyelashes a lot. That's why I can't find the words.
Yeah.
But that's probably okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that this is so I will always remember this suit fondly. Because I wore this to my first meeting with the entire team. So the moral of the story is wear big hoop earrings if you want to get a job at the Bitcoin Treasury company.
Okay. Hey, we'll take any and all tips that you have for us. Tell me about New York.
Mm-hmm.
How has New York been? Will it always also have a special place in your heart?
Yeah.
Or are you over it?
No, I love it here. It's pretty, I feel like I've been using the word crazy, but like it's pretty wild here too.
What's wild about New York?
It's very, sometimes could be overstimulating, but at every corner there's something to do. There's something to eat. I don't know, like you can find anything and everything to do at all hours of the day, which is insane. I don't know many other cities like that.
How is Tokyo compared? Because I haven't been to Tokyo.
Yeah.
I'm sure many people,
Yeah.
hopefully more cultured than I am. But is it like another New York or totally different?
I think people always equate Tokyo as the New York of Asia.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there is a lot of differences still. It is a big metropolitan city. There is anything and everything you want to do, at the tip of your fingertips. Which is great. Transportation is great. I think the one big difference is the streets are clean. And the subway doesn't
in Tokyo,
stink.
to be clear.
In Tokyo,
Yeah.
in Tokyo.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think I might miss the stinkiness of New York.
We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You always have fond memories of stinkiness.
Yeah. There's something about it though. It's like you wouldn't trade anything else for it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's like this poster that says New York or nowhere.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. There must be something to it because, you can pick one up at any TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
New York or nowhere. Like New York or Tokyo, actually.
Yeah. I know I talked about a little bit of the sad side of Japan or, Tokyo, I guess specifically because that's where all the corporate companies are and a lot of people move to Tokyo for that. But that's one side of Japan, but the other side is also just so much culture and obviously food is amazing. People are so kind and there's one article that said Japan is one of the few countries where it's preserving history really well, but also moving forward. Mm. Maybe slowly but surely, but moving forward. So we're doing two things at once, which I think is really beautiful. And I think oftentimes we forget about appreciating the history and our ancestors, but that's still a very big part of Japanese culture and something that I really love about our country. And yeah, I think they're just like any other place. There are pros and cons to it, but yeah, love that. I'm excited to be moving back there.
What conferences or anything else are coming up that you're working on that you can maybe share a little bit of what's happening, when it's happening?
Yeah.
And yeah. End of question.
Yeah. So we'll be going to Bitcoin Asia, which is at the end of August, and that's going to be held in Hong Kong. I don't know if you're going. Perhaps you are. So we are doing that, and then we're preparing for our shareholders meeting, which I can't be saying the details myself. So we'll leave it at that, but we are very, very excited for that as well. So that's the main crux of what we're preparing for right now.
And the shareholders meeting will be open to the public, meaning the shareholders?
Our shareholders. So you have to have a certain number of shares
to attend.
To attend.
Got it.
And it'll just be a great way to kind of connect or meet people in person. I know there are some big, X personalities that are supposed to come to the meeting. So I think, yeah, the Metaplanet team is also very excited for that as well.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Juri, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on X and on the Metaplanet YouTube page as well. So I'll be interviewing you next.
What?
On our Metaplanet YouTube. So make sure to tune in. But my handle for X is Juri Watanabe _. And then our Metaplanet YouTube is Metaplanet _JP.
Almost forgot to ask you about your podcast. Tell us all about the podcasts that you have. Tell us everything.
Yeah. So I am doing podcasts under our Metaplanet YouTube page. And I started interviewing, X personalities or bigger names in the industry, Bitcoin industry as a whole. And the real purpose of at least my section is to find out more about the person beyond their work. And give them a personality to their words on their posts. I think people often forget everyone on social media is humans too, right? I think we talked about this a little bit during our lunch. Some people just kind of forget that we're real people and not just like some avatars,
Is that your avatar?
That's that's what I imagine avatars to be.
Yeah. I think that's spot on.
Yeah. This or like what I'm saying?
All of it. It all has a vibe. I just love it.
Yeah. But yeah, basically I want to
Do I have to do the avatar thing too?
Definitely no.
Should I do it with like a stoic face? Or yeah, all right. We'll let somebody else decide.
But yeah, I think it's very important to know people. Like a lot of the questions you asked today are about my background, and I think it just helps people be like, oh wow, like we did the same thing, or oh, I feel connected to Tim more because I feel like we aligned on this area of each other's lives. And I think that's a beautiful way to stay connected with our community and get more people interested in the industry. So, well, at least that's my perspective.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Juri, thanks for stopping by and being on the Bitcoin Treasuries podcast.
Thanks so much, Tim. Bye now.
Bye now.